championship over Big Bob Maravich. But he had that tough fight against Oliver McCall. In my opinion, it was a bad matchup for him in his 14th professional fight. He should have been fighting a guy that you can't knock out and a guy with that kind of experience. Too much for him to take, but he probably couldn't refuse the trip. Colin Wilson, on the other hand, is at the table.
The NZPBA Association Commissioner, Cedric Belton. The competition secretary and supervisor, Pat Leonard. The ringside doctor is Dr. Dave Renata. And the referee in charge of the action when the bell rings is referee Lance Rebel. And now, introducing the fighter to my left, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing green trunks, and he tipped the scales at 118.5 kgs. He hails from Australia. He is a two-time Australian heavyweight champion. He has 60 professional fights with 34 wins, 25 losses, and 1 draw. With 20 big wins coming by way of KO, introducing Colin Kid Coal Miner Wilson. And his opponent, standing across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the yellow trunks. He tipped the scales at 113.9 kgs. He hails from Tonga, resides in Australia. He is the Australian heavyweight champion and former NRL star with the Manly Sea Eagles. He has 15 professional fights with 12 wins, 3 losses, with 11 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing John the Hopper Hopoate. This bout is sponsored by Spyglass.
All right, so we're set to go. Lance Rebel calls him in. This is John Hopoate getting his final instructions. Dino Billinghurst, August Viafali working the corner with him.
Yeah, since Dino's taken over, he's worked very, very hard with John. Dino's a great guy, great trainer. I know he's there, put a lot of time and effort into trying to, fix up the defensive little flaws that John's had, and I think he's done a great job. Big
crowd over here rooting for Hopoate. I've seen at least 100 Hopoate shirts around Hamilton on this day. This is a preliminary fight leading up to the David Tour Shane Cameron fight of the century. There should be fireworks from the get-go here. Hoppa decked out in the gold and in the green. Colin Wilson. Wilson the southpaw, jabbing with the right hand. Big, strong, powerful, 6'5" former champion Colin Wilson. Hopoate taking his time here in the early going. Letting the big guy jab away at him. You expect to see Hoppa try to throw the big hooks, and the right hand catches Colin. Just grazed the chin, almost tipped him over with that.
Move your head.
Works downstairs. Hoppa a little bit patient here. He's looking to land the big shot, Jeff.
Yeah, he's just taking his time, and he marks me to mention he sponsored Delmage today, a great commercial company down in Sydney. They sponsor the Manly Sea Eagles. They also sponsor John Hopoate. Great group of people there, the Delmages.
Hoppa has hit him a couple of times, and both times Wilson went up against the ropes, especially the body shot, so there's considerable power in favor of Hoppa. He goes reaching downstairs with the right hand. Big Colin Wilson trying to tap with that right hand, which is his jab. But when he jabs, he pulls his left hand back, and can he be hit with a counter right hand? I'm going to tell you. It's there. Watch him when he definitively throws a jab. Watch the left hand. It drops and comes down away from his chin. You see that? Every time he does it, he drops his left hand when he really extends the jab. Hoppa comes inside, bangs the body. Colin's not really strong on his feet. He's taking some shots here now and has to hang on. And Hoppa just throws him away. Lance Rebel will have no part of that. Yeah, look, he can't do that.
Well, the last time he fought, I trained Bob Maravich a couple of fights earlier, and when Hoppa threw him, Bob broke his arm.
Well,
it's got to be very careful. You just got to concentrate more and forget about using that sheer strength and get back to that boxing ability and boxing skills. That's better.
Remember, in rugby, he was the most penalized. He couldn't follow that in boxing, I suppose. Colin didn't react too much to it. He just figures this is part of the game. He's been around a long time. A lot of professional fights as a low blow that time. And Hopper now, Lance hasn't said anything, and now he finally orders Colin Wilson to the corner. Colin gives a wink over here. He got his comeback in Sydney. Hopoate, even though they have it protected down there, when you get hit right on top of it, Jeff, you can account to it.
Oof.
Whoa. No question about it. They can give him up to 5 minutes if they want, but most fighters don't take it. Lance asked him if he's okay.
You know, the funny thing is, Hopper threw him on the floor, he hit him low. Just one back.
That's it. That's all. But right now, Colin Wilson, with time running out here in the first round, trying to reach downstairs. I think Hopper gets that round based on landing heavier blows. You see the bruise up by the left eye of Colin. I don't like, again, the way Colin has his arms up. Makes the heart pump hard and work.
Yeah, here's the replay of the first round. Right to the body. There's Hopoate's figure four leg throw or something you want to call it. I'm not sure what to call it. There's a low blow there.
I don't know whether it was intentional or not, but he was just reaching for him.
Whether it was or not, you know, sometimes you got to, you know, fire with fire, Bob.
I agree. Hey, let the referee warn you a couple of times. It'll take the steam out of a guy that's trying to throw you around the ring.
No problem. You got to realise now, and Colin Wilson's in his late 30s now, marks up much easier than in the younger days.
You've got to let that left hand go.
That big welt beside the left thigh. Neither fighter was down in the first round. Nobody's shaken other than the low blow, and Hopoate a little bit shaken by that. So here we go with round number 2. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Hall of Famer Jeff Fennick, 3-time world champ next to me, Clint Brown, and our entire staff here at Mystery Creek and Hamilton. And I know you have the great anticipation for the next fight that's coming up, the fight of the century. Tua and Shane Cameron doing battle. For all practical purposes, that fight is a heavyweight eliminator. And it's certainly the biggest fight ever in New Zealand. Big shot landed by Hopoate. Now Hopper's got him with his head down, and Wilson has to hang on. He was hurt by that shot. Coming back, Hopper goes to the body again. He gets Wilson backing up, and the uppercut is there if Hopoate lets it fly. He throws the right hand to the chest. You know what I like about Hopoate? He didn't care where he catches him. He throws and catches a piece of him.
No, that's for sure. That's Hopper.
Colin gets clipped on the left side of the jaw. Those are 2 hard shots to the head, one on the top of the head, one with the right hand, one with the left hand, and Hopper taking command here in round number 2. Colin goes fishing downstairs with a long reaching left hand. There can't be any power with that, with the legs so far apart. Coming forward, looking to land a shot. Minute 42 seconds to go, and this is the second round of a scheduled 8-round affair here in the heavyweight division. These are 2 big heavyweights.
Hopoate's just sitting on that right hand. All the weight on that back leg. He's waiting for a big right hand, Hopoate.
And it's there. I pointed out in the first round, when Big Colin reaches with his right hand, and that's his jab, he drops his left hand. He's wide open for counter right hand by Hopoate, who is quick enough when he sees it against the big lanky guy. He can drop that right hand right on top of that cheek. He came in that time, and the left hand was low again, and Hopoate, instead of going back, one of these times he'll plant and throw the right hand back. Tried to do it that time, and it whistles past the nose of the big guy. Colin Wilson, a very popular athlete, born here in New Zealand, but better known for his boxing in Australia, former Australian champ. Hopoate, the reigning Australian heavyweight champ, won that in his last fight, his last time out against the big guy, Bob Marovic.
Well, Colin Wilson's fought Joe Bugner. He's fought them all.
Yeah. His straight left hand crashes to the